Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Eric from Vatos Technologies. Alright, in today's tutorial, I will show you how to perform a brute force attack on an FTP service using Hydra in Kali Linux. So, this is strictly for educational purposes and to help you understand how attackers work. So, you can better secure your systems and you know so let's dive in. This video is strictly for educational purposes, please. Vatos Technologies will not be held responsible for any misuse of information shared in this video. Use this ethically. All right, so let's dive in. So the step one, what you're going to be doing is to get our Metasploitable tool. So first of all, let me go to my, this is my virtual box, and I have the virtual machine we are going to be forcing, which is Metasploit, right? Metasploitable 2. In our last training, I think I showed you guys how to perform penetration testing on this Metasploitable 2. So if you have not, because I showed you guys how to install this Metasploitable 2, so I think you should go back to that video if you have not, in case if you have not watched that video. So just go back to it. If you go to Vatos Technologies YouTube page, you will find this video here. So make sure you watch this video, live ethical hacking demo. So I demonstrated live penetration testing. And I showed you guys how to download this Metasploitable too. So that it will be easy for you, because I don't want to be going through that now. So let me go back to this. So now I want to open, because this is the virtual machine. It's just like an operating system, which we are going to be brute forcing. All right. So we are using this so that we are not so that we are using this Metasploitable tool so that you don't go and brute force people's system or whatever. So that's why this Metasploitable tool is developed for you to test your hacking skills. All right, it's for hackers. So just to take your hacking skills as a cybersecurity professional. All right, so let me open this guy. All right, so it's powering. So we are powering the virtual machine up right now. So as you can see, it's opening. So what we're going to do now is to get the IP address of this our target machine. So is our target machine. So that is the system we are going to be hacking, the virtual machine we are going to be hacking. So it's going to be our target machine. That's the Metasploitable 2. As you can see, the login default of this Metasploitable 2 is MSF admin, and the password is MSF admin. So let me just log in. So the username is, as you can see, it's written there already. As you can see, log in with MSF admin. So let me say MSF admin. MSF admin. So that's the username. So let me also say MSF admin. So that's the password. Um, as you can see, I have logged in actually. I've logged in actually. So let me do ifconfig to get the IP address of this our target machine. So ifconfig. So as you can see the IP address there, you see where something like inet address 192.168.56.102. All right, so let's go back to our Kali Linux, and so let me open my terminal here. So this is I'm actually going to open two terminals here. Let me zoom in. zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. So let me open another terminal here. So let me just zoom in a little bit. All right, so since we have gotten the IP address, so this step 2, what we're going to be doing is we are going to confirm FTP. If FTP is open, which is the service you are going to be using. All right. So what to do this to confirm if FTP is open in this our what's it called? In this our Metasploitable tool, or in our or this our target machine. So to do that, we will come to our Kali. So we're going to run this by saying Nmap. All right. So let's say Nmap. So let's say Nmap, and we say Nmap -p. So we're going to specify the port, which is this port. All right. That's the port we are targeting. So we are going to say 192, which is the IP address of our target of our Metasploitable tool. All right, 192.168.56.102. So let's say this. It says starting Nmap. So we want to confirm if this port is open, because this FTP is the service you're going to be using. So as you can see, it says as you can see, this is the port, which is port 21. The state is what is open, and the service is FTP. So that means this our target machine is vulnerable to this guy. So the port is open. So that's the what we are going to be targeting. So step 3 is to run the Hydra attack. All right, to run the Hydra attack. So let's come back to this place. Let me enter my root first of all. So let me put my password. All right, so now to do this, now first of all, to do this, we are going to be checking because we are going to be checking if we have a word list. So just like I said, we are going to be step 3 is to run the Hydra attack. All right. So now to run the Hydra attack, we are going to be using a built-in word list. So it's either you use a built-in word list or you create your own. So word lists are a document that contains so many passwords that you'll be using to run this brute force attack. So there is a one that comes by default with your Kali. There is a one your Kali comes with, and or you can also create your own. So let's quickly check the one that comes with Kali. Okay, let's quickly check that. So the one that comes with Kali, you can say ls. So you do you go to this directory. You go to this directory. All right. /word list. So let's check the one that comes with Kali. The one that comes with Kali. So as you can see, the name of the document or the word list is called rocku.txt. Now, your own might be something like rocku.txt.gz. and it will be on red color. So if that is so, it means that your own is still compressed. So what you need to do is to um, um, extract it or unzip it. So if you see something like that, what you're going to be doing is to unzip your own, because if you run it like that, it's not going to work. So I want you to be very careful now. So if you see something like rocky.txt.gz, that means you're going that means your own document is still your own word list um is still compressed. So what you're going to do is to unzip it. So to unzip it, you are going to run something like this. Okay. So to unzip, you're going to run something like gz. You say -d. All right. So you put something like this. Share slash word list slash. So you copy that. All right. It's going to be on red color. The text is going to be on red. So you just copy it and paste it here. So after you have done that, you just click on enter. Okay. I'm not going to run it, but just click on enter. Once you do that, it will be unzipped. All right. So that's all you need to do. It will be unzipped. So when you are done, doing that, the next thing to do is to uh, run your Hydra attack. So you should run your Hydra attack. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to say Hydra. You're going to do -L. So now I'm going to explain what I'm doing. MSF admin, capital P, capital P. You say the user share, then you specify the word list. Okay, the word list you are going to use. The word list. Then you specify the name of the word list, which is rock.txt. So you specify the service, which is this guy. Now I'm going to explain better, which is this FTP. So FTP, you put something like this. So you specify the IP address, which is 192.168.56.102. So this is what you'll be running. Now let me quickly explain this. The -L you are seeing here, -N MSF admin, actually means that this -L means the word list of the user. All right, the word list of the user. So in this place, we are assuming that we know the user. Okay, which is the user is MSF admin. But in this place, this -P means the path to the password list. All right. So in this case, we don't know the password. So that's why we are using this password word list here. All right. So this FTP means the target service we are using. They will now specify the IP address of your target machine. I believe you're going to understand this better. So if you run this now, it says attacking FTP. So we are actually brute forcing our target machine now, which is our Metasploitable tool. We are actually attacking it now. All right. But do you know what? It's going to take time. It's going to take so much time. Do you know why? Because this word list is so many. There are over 14 million plus passwords that is in this word list. So, and this Hydra is going to be brute forcing it, those passwords one after the other. So if you continue like this, it's going to take time, it's going to take hours. So every password is brute forceable, depending on how hard, or how yes, depending on how hard the password is. So now, if you control like this, it's going to take time. As you can see, it's telling us that it's running over 288 password in 1 minute. All right. So it's going to take so much time. So how am I going to solve this? I created my own word list, so that it's going to be very, very simple for us. Okay. So I created my own word list. So what I'm going to be doing now is to cancel this and use my own word list I created. So let me just cancel this and use my own word list. So let me just say ls. So now I have created word list for username with my own word list for password. So this one is the word list I created for username, and this one is the word list I created for passwords. All right, so let me show you what is in this my word list. All right, I just put some few words there. So let me say cards users.txt. So let me open it. So these are the words that are inside them. So I see admin, MSF admin, user, test guest. So, and the our target machine's user is MSF admin. So that's why I also add it here. I hope you're understanding this. So now let me also open our word list for the password. Let me say password txt. So let me open it. So in our password, as you can see, this is the password we have here. We have another one, and we also have MSF admin. So we also have this and there was one that put this. All right. So now remember, our target machine user and password is both MSF admin. So that's why I created this, and I put MSF admin in the user word list, and I also put MSF admin in the password in the word list password. All right. So now let's start this. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to run this thing again. I'm going to run this again. So what I'm going to do here is to copy this guy. So I'm going to copy this guy. Now, what I'm going to do here is to all right. I think okay. Just follow me. So the word list I'm going to put here now is the one I created for myself. Is the one I created by myself. So let me just copy this guy and paste it here. So what I'm saying here now is that what this command actually means that for the user, which is this -l, I'm saying that I know the password already. Like I know the user, which is MSF, but the password I don't know it. That's why I'm using the word list here for the password, right? So I'm going to run that now. So we are actually forcing our target machine right now. So as you can see, we have gotten the we have gotten the password, the username and the password. As you can see, the login is showing us that this is the port 321, which is the service is FTP. and this is the IP address of our target machine. And you say this is login, and this is the MSF admin. Here we put that we know the username, but we don't know the password. That's why we use our password list. So it now got the password correctly. So we have successfully brute force. As you can see, it's a one of one target successfully completed. It said one valid password found, which is this. So we have successfully brute forced our target machine. So as you can see, we have discovered that the username and password is MSF admin. Now we are going to do another one quickly. So Uh, let me copy this guy and also show you. So for this, for instance, now let's do as if we know the password, but we don't know the username. So let's also do this one. For instance, let's do as if we know the password. So for us to do here, we're going to do hyphen small p, not capital P, small p. Then we're going to say MSF admin, right? So now we are assuming that we know the password, okay, but we don't know the username. But we don't know the username. So in the username now, we are going to be using a word list for it. So this hyphen L, we are going to move it and put hyphen capital letter S, capital letter L, which means that we don't know the username. So that's why we will be using the word list for it. That's the one we have created. So users dot txt user.txt. So that is it. So let's brute force again. As you can see, we have successfully brute force this again. So we have gotten the username. Now we got the username. Okay. And also the passwords. This is it here. So let us do the third one, which means let's in this one we'll be assuming that we don't know both the username and the password, which is most times if you want to log into somebody's login page or somebody's account or something like that, you don't know the username and password. So let us claim like we don't know the username and password here. So for the password, we are using the word list for the password. So for the username, we're going to be cleaning MSF. So we're going to be using capital letter L. So we're going to be using user here. Users dot txt. All right. So now we are assuming that we don't know the username and we don't know the password. So we want to brute force our target machine now. So let us say, okay, as you can see, we have gotten it. MSF admin. Now, if you use Kali Linux, word list, you are going to actually be forcible. It's going to take time. So that's why I created my own word list, so that we can do this very easy, all right, without wasting much of our time. All right, so the next thing we can do is we can actually do this and also save the output, right? So let us actually save the Hydra output and add it. Let's just do that. So to save a Hydra output, we are going to add something extra, all right? So let's do something here. Let's copy this, paste this here. So let's copy something and paste this here. So now um to save Hydra output, all right, this is the output. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the output, all right, our brute force output. So to save it now, we're going to add my hyphen o, right? Not zero, hyphen o. So the next thing hyphen o followed by your desired file name. So you're going to specify the file name you're going to be saving this on. So I can just say um Hydra. Okay, I can just say brute force. I can just say brute force hyphen. Let me see. Oh, that's the word. Vatos. Okay. So you can now specify this txt. So let's run this now. So we have gotten this now. So as you can see, we have successfully brute forced this and we have gotten the username and the password, right? We have gotten the login details. So now let us do ls. Let us do ls. As you can see, brute force vatos.txt, which is what we saved here, right? We just saved the output. So to do this now, what we're going to do to display this now, um, or to view it, what you're going to do, you're going to say cat. So when we say cat, we just open this guy here. All right. Oh, okay. So I didn't give space here. So when we open it, as you can see, you just see that our result, which is this guy here, the port 21 FTP service and IP address login, our username and the password. So we have successfully performed a brute force attack on our target machine, which is our Metasploitable tool. All right, guys. Um, maybe in our next training, I'm going to be teaching you how to brute force something like WordPress login page or other um, web applications login page for educational purposes, right? All right. Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more ethical hacking and cybersecurity content. So drop your question or topics you do like me to, to talk about next time or to make a tutorial on. So just drop it on the comment section and just, stay safe and I will see you in our next training. Thank you for watching.